There we go. Look at that. Looks like we are live. Make sure if it looks the way I expect on my phone. And look at that. It is. Cool. So I'm just going to jump in because I got a few things I want to accomplish tonight on this. So, things done since last episode. So I just did a devlog, more of a dev rant about scope creep. And I'm going to remove this stuff. So I'm going to say shelved the modder creator tool for right now until I flush out more of the systems. Okay, cool. So where I left off, none of this stuff really matters because I gotta basically tweak things anyway. So right now I am working on fixing existing ships so that my game will run. Cool. So I'm gonna save that. So there's a few things that I gotta fix. So basically I have to go through all of my ships down here, and I have to go through every single one of these. And there's not too many of them, thankfully. I gotta make sure that all of those have weapon slots removed and replaced with weapons. So how am I gonna do that? So if we go to the first one on the list here, this coalition arrowhead, I got 2 weapon slots here. So basically, I just need to I'm just gonna add in, let's see. So if I go down to weapons, so the first weapon slot has a coalition light. Is that what it says? Coalition light gun? Yeah. So that's just right there. Okay. So these are both just coalition light guns. So I'm going to remove these nodes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the light gun scene. I'm going to drag that, put it under ship weapons where it needs to go. And then I'm going to have to hide the shields and the occluders so I can actually move this weapon around. So I'm going to put the light gun right there. And then just for ease of use, I'm just going to duplicate it. And I'm going to move that over here. There. Cool. So I don't know if the code I have depends on what the node name is. So right now these are named Light Gun and Light Gun 2. I don't know if that is important in my ship script as far as it handles weapons. So as far as I remember, in my classes, I have a ship weapons class. And this is just getting any node 2D that is a part of the ship weapons node here on the left. And then it's going through. I might have to change up how I handle owner as well. I'm going to leave that for now. All this stuff should be fine. Okay, instance is valid, yeah. So I think I already refactored all of this to handle just weapons. But because that is type node 2D, yeah. So I think I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just going to fix them, try to run it, and then if more issues arise, then I will handle those as needed. So for the purposes of this ship, I have to make sure I turn back on the shields and occluders, otherwise those don't work. Oh, the other thing I have to do is I have to reposition these thrusters so that they work, so that they look like they're in the correct spot, because I changed the origin of the particles. There we go. That looks good. I'm gonna move these like right here because that looks cool. And then of course this one will move back like right there. Cool. So for all intents and purposes, this ship should be done. So I'm going to save my changes to this. And I'm going to move on to the next ship, which is the Coalition Crusader, which is a bit of a larger ship. The other thing I should probably do is try to play around with, because right now I have this collision polygon, which is very, very basic. And then I have a bunch of light occluders. And I'm wondering if I should probably just make like one of those. So let me pull back up my collision arrowhead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the old occluders for right now. And I'm going to add another one with similar to what my process was going to do from the Modder Ship Creator, how I can just create ships from a sprite. I am going to just do collision polygon 2D, and I'm going to specify the collision bounds. And realistically, I want to keep this not too crazy, but at least provide some contours that match the ship. That's the goal. Okay. So I created it. You can see it automatically sliced it in certain ways. Basically, I think that automatically handles like the concave shapes, which is a really nice feature that wasn't present in Godot 3.4 or 3.3 when I started making this. So I'm in 3.6 right now. There's like 4.4 out right now. So I tried upgrading to... Oh, why is this all weird? Put that down here. Let's put this down here. I like to have it in the lines a little bit, because I feel like it makes a little more sense. We keep that there, that's fine. There, that looks pretty good to me. I'm pretty happy with that. So now, what I want to do is, if I can copy this pool vector 2 array, I can just use the same shape for a new light occluder. So if I go to add child node, we do a light occluder 2D, I should be able to create a new occluder polygon. And in this pool vector 2 array, I want to paste it perfect. It does work. That saves me a bit of work. So that's not too bad. I think that should run. So I'll set. So it must be set or drawn. What does that mean? What am I missing? If I look at one of the other ones. Okay, I guess it just wanted to be up higher in the list, which is fine. So I can make sure I do that in the future. So boom, Coalition arrowhead done. Let me just, because sometimes I get scatterbrained, and I'm a big proponent of document what you do and then do what you document. I am going to just write a list of the changes I'm making to each ship, so that way, in case if I have to stop in the middle of this, I know what I have to do when I jump back into this project. So let's go. So we're fixing existing ships. We need to let's see, what do we do? Removed weapon slots and replaced them with just, come on, weapons. Okay, check. The next thing we did is what do we do? Oh, adjusted the thrusters, not thirsters, thrusters. Thruster positions. Let's see. A while ago, I offset. I changed the origin point of the particles. And then we also, let's see. We hid the old Collision Shapes and Light Occluders. Made a new one and copied the pool vector to array. So it's a bit lengthy, but that's what I'm doing for each ship. So far, that's all I've had to do, but we don't even know if it's going to run or not. So we just got to buckle down and get through the rest of these. So I'm going to jump into, so Coalition Arrowhead is good to go. I turned on all the other nodes except the ones I want to hide. So that's good. So for the Coalition Crusader, this one's going to take a bit more because you can see I've got, oh my god, tons of thrusters on here. I've got 11 weapons on this pig. And then for the light occluders, I've got at least 8 different occluders. And a super basic collision polygon. So let's just get started with the weapons. So I'm going to hide these for now. And I'm also going to hide the occluders for now. I'm also going to hide the shield. The reason why I'm hiding those is because those are over top of the stuff I want to move. And if I'm trying to do that, it's not going to be a good time. So let's see. So weapon slot 8 is going to be a missile launcher. That's interesting. So let's just move this out over here. And then I am just going to add, not even going to add it that way. Can I add it that way? Add child node. If I put in, technically it is a weapon. But I need to specify what weapon. So for the nodes, I'm just going to add the missile launcher here. And then we're just going to move that puppy right there where it was going to go. And then next one we have weapon slot 9. This is also a missile launcher. God damn. That's awesome. So I'm going to duplicate this. And then I'm going to move this puppy right here, because that looks cool. Okay. And then what we got here? So this one is a Coalition medium gun. Move this out of the way. I'm going to do medium gun. Add that right into ship weapons. I'm going to move that right here where I had it. I'm just going to get rid of these. Yep. Yup. And delete. Cool. So this one is also a Coalition medium gun. I'm going to move this puppy out of the way. I'm going to add just another medium gun under here. I could have duplicated like I did the last time, but you know, whatever. Boom. Okay. You know what this stream needs? This stream needs some music. And I don't think... Instrumentals. Here we go. So let's see. These are all instrumentals? Sweet. Let me throw these on. Let me see. Can I open with celluloid? There we go. Got a little bit of background music. This is the first song I ever wrote. It's kind of fun. There we go. We got some tunes playing. I should have some headphones on because the microphone's gonna pick it up. Yeah. Hopefully it's not too overpowering on the... I'm gonna turn it down just a bit more, I think. It needs to be background, that's all it needs to be. Is my headset even charged? Oh my god, there is so much dust on this thing. So let's minimize that. Let's keep this going. Do I even have my USB? I do. Plug this thing in. Let's see if it'll turn on. No, it's dead. That's okay. What I can do is I can take the power from this. Technical difficulties. It's actually the original cable that came with this damn headset. This headset's old because it's got a micro USB instead of a USB-C, which I guess is not too old. It's a few years old. USB-C really didn't become prominent until about 2016 when Apple started mandating it on their MacBooks. And then it became much more widespread after that. So, see if it turns on now. There we go. I got Havana going? Awesome. Alright. So, let's see. Now we're in zone. So what is this weapon here? This one is a Coalition light gun turret. And I'm looking up at the top right over here so I can see what I have for this weapon name. I guess I could probably drag this window over maybe, but that's fine. Anyway, so this one, I'm gonna drag this one over here for now. So we need a light gun turret. Do 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 do. Okay, so I put that there. This one also looks like it's a light gun turret. Let me move this over here. I need to make more music, man. Maybe get a real vocalist, though. Because I'm not a real vocalist. Okay, so we can remove this one. We can remove this one. We can remove this one. We have, what is this, more light gun turrets? Oh my god, how many of these things do I got? Move this over here. I'm gonna just add another light gun turret. Put it right here. This one is also a light gun turret, which is good for getting rid of those fighters and stuff. There we go. So now I'm going to add this and put this pig right here. Boo woo woo woo. Boo doo doo boo doo 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 boo doo doo doo. There we go. So this one should be. That's just okay. So we have a Coalition light beam. I assume turret, laser turret. Yes. So we have, let's see, light beam turret. This light gun turret. We need light beam. So then, weapon type, yeah, all that stuff's fine. Was I able to specify the colors of them? I guess I'll have to look up my weapon class. If I go into weapon, oh, color will be pulled from the weapons in weapons auto load in ready. Okay, but that's not going to work anymore. Okay, so that's gonna be fun to fix. Anyway, let's just get this working. So this is also a Coalition light gun turret. Put this out here. So let's see, we need another light gun turret. The weapons. And this was about right here. Alright, so we got that. This one is also a light gun turret. Fine. Put this out here. Do. Yourself, Tom. Sir, death, the illusion that you're free. There we go. So we got about what? 11 weapons there now? There we go. So we've replaced all the weapons. So that can be marked as check. Now we just gotta do the thrusters a little bit. I'm gonna put these just wherever I feel like they're gonna be good. The illusion that you're free. Bump it, bump it, bump it, bump. Okay. Cool. We're getting this done. So real quick, I wonder, I'm gonna just check the audio on the stream, see how loud it is. Just check the audio on the stream, see how loud it is. Just check the audio on the stream, see how loud it is. There you go. That seems fine. Time travel. Amazing. All right. Okay, so I got those moved where I want them. Just one more, well, two more, three more to go. Okay. Weapons and thrusters are done. So we've positioned all of those. That's good. So now I need to hide this. I'm going to add a collision polygon. And this is where we are going to just sort of roughly add the collision stuff. Yeah, some of my heavier riffs. Be fine over here, that's fine. Yeah. What a heavy ass song. There we go. So that should work. I don't know. I might just add something in here because it's not going to work as well for the light occluder if I don't have this, you know. Put this here, and we'll just put this here, and that should work fine. Okay. So then I'm going to take this Pool Vector 2 array, which is of size 34, which is this manual one I created is more efficient than the auto one I create, because I think the auto one I created is about 48 to 50 in length, so this works. And then I'm going to hide all the existing light occluders. I'm going to add the light occluder, add a light occluder polygon, and then for this vector 2 array, I'm going to paste it. There we go. Okay, so I think I've got this done. Turn on my ship shields again. And this should be set. Cool. Let's save that one. Yeah, man. I still remember that riff. Yeah. It's a good riff. Yeah, this is the first song I wrote with my new software a while ago. No, not this one. It is my intro, though. Alright, Coalition Crusader is done. Next ship. Close this down. Coalition Firewall. Alright, let's see. Focus on weapon slots. So this is a Coalition medium gun. Move that out. Got medium gun. I'm going to add that into the weapon slot or ship weapons. Put that pig right there. That works for me. This one is also a medium gun. I'm just going to delete these. Bow, da, da, bow. Bow, dow, dow. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-woo. This is a Coalition light beam laser. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Woo. Oh, what the hell? Oh. I added it as a child of that weapon slot. It needed to be that. There we go. There we go. This is a missile launcher. Put that there. Also a missile launcher. There we go. Perfect. This is a Coalition light beam. We can just replace that with light beam for now. This is a song from the first video on my channel. And these are medium guns, so let's just get rid of these now. And just add those medium guns in here. Do 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 boo. Now these, I believe, are just light gun turrets. That's what they say up here. Light gun turret and light gun turret. And I think that's... What is that? Should be fine there. Bum 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 ba na na ma na. Bum 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 bum. Okay, weapons are done. Now we can work on adjusting the thrusters. There we go. Weapons and thrusters are done. So now we need to hide all the occluders individually. We're gonna make a new collision polygon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. So that is a length of 35 points. Copy that. And then under the light occluders, I'm going to add a child node, and then the light occluder 2D. I'm going to move this puppy up. And then I'm going to create a new occluder polygon. For pool vector 2 array, I'm just going to paste. That way it uses the same thing I had for my collision mask. And we should be good. Okay, interesting. There we go. That should be fine. Dun 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 dun. And now we can turn back on ship shields. And everything else should be fine. No other weapon slots here. Good. Let's save that. Coalition Firewall is done. So Coalition Freighter. Yes. All right. I'm gonna hide Area 2D and the occluders. What weapons do we have? We have a light beam turret. Light beam turret. Light gun turret. And a light gun turret. So that's all we got for weapon slots. So that's not too big a deal. So light beam turrets in the front, light guns in the back. Remove those. So weapons, light beam turret. I'm gonna add that under ship weapons. We'll put that one like right here where it was. I'm gonna add another one. Apparently I renamed those light cannon turrets instead of light beam turrets. That's interesting. In the actual node itself. So I'll have to go back and change that eventually. But for now, not worry about it. Light gun turret. Do 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 do. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, weapons are placed. Let's adjust the thrusters. I feel like I should have the thrusters like up front here. I think that would be better. So I'm going to move them over here. And then these are kind of like just sort of buried in there. That's fine. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Just wanted to move the thruster. Thank you. There we go. Do 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 do. Okay. Thruster's done. So now, let's go to area. I'm gonna hide this one for now. I'm gonna add another one. Just in case this whole idea doesn't work how I expect, I can revert back to stuff that does work. Do 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 do. There we go. I'd like to keep. Do 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 do. And I gotta make more music again, man. And there we go. So that is our collision layer. I'm going to copy this pool vector 2 array, which is of length 23, not too shab. Occluders. Add a child node, a light occluder. First, I'm going to hide all these. I'm going to create a new occluder. Pool vector 2 array, paste that in. And then I'm going to move that towards the top. There we go. That one should be good. A heavy riff. See if I remember how it goes. Yeah, man. Okay, so this one should be good to go. I turn the shield back on. Yeah. Okay, cool. Coalition Freighter is done. So now we need to do Coalition Small Freighter. Alright. What do we got for weapons? We got a Coalition light gun. And I believe this is a light gun turret. Yeah. So this is a light gun. Okay. Light gun in the front. Light gun turret on top. Light gun under shift weapons. Bum 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 bum. Such a good riff. Do 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 boot it. Alright. Thruster adjustment. Put these where they're supposed to go. There we go. Cool. Save that for now. We're not done yet though. So I have to create a new collision polygon. Do 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 do. Go. Do 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 do. do, 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 do. There, that works. Let's save that. I'm gonna copy this pool vector 2 array. So for the occluders, hide them all. I'm gonna add a new one. Add a new occluder polygon 2D, paste in this vector 2 array, save it. Yeah. Cool. So let's turn on ship shields. This ship is done. Sweet. So Coalition Spearhead. So let's disable this, this. What do we got? We got how much light guns? Oh, a medium gun. Light beams in the middle? Wow. Okay. So we got light guns, medium guns, light beam turrets. Got it. And we'll just remove these for now. Let's go back to our weapons. So light gun, ship weapons. Put a light gun right there. And a light gun right there. And we're gonna do medium. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We need light beam. Okay, weapons are placed. Let's adjust the thrusters since I did the offset a while ago. Here we go. Cool, so that's done. Let's do area 2D. I'm gonna hide this old polygon. Add child node, collision polygon 2D. And then we're just gonna start making it. What song was this? Oh, this was, yeah, I remember this song. There we go. Cool. So that is made. Let's copy this. And then under the occluders, I'm gonna go hide all these ones. Add child node, light occluder 2D. And I'm just gonna paste in that vector 2 array. Move it up top. Save. Re-enable the shield. Save that. This one should be done. Sweet. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. So that was what, the spearhead I think I just did? Yeah, that was the spearhead. Now we're going to do the tomahawk. What do we got for weapons? We got 4 weapon slots on this. First, let's hide the Area 2D and the occluders. And the shield. So we got, what, a light gun. I think we just have 4 light guns on this. Yeah, these are all light guns. Okay on that. Do 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 do. Put these, yeah. Do do do. La pa 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 da. Do do do. Do do. There. Then we can move the thrusters. There we go. Save that. So now let's unhide the collision. I'm going to hide that specific one. Add a new one. Collision polygon. This is a really messy image too. Probably have to redo this sprite because this one's pretty rough. Do 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 do. There, that's good enough. So I'm going to copy this under the occluders. I'm going to hide them all. Add child node light occluder 2D. New occluder polygon. Paste the pool vector 2 array. Size 16, it's not great, but not bad either. And there we go. Saved. Now we just make sure to show the shield, and this should be good to go. Do we have any other tunes left, or am I out of tunes? Just give me an option to toggle playlist. Here we go. Yeah. Boo-doo, boo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do. Okay, Tomahawk is done. So, ship template, not going to worry about that for right now. Synthocracy drone carrier. Alright, now we're getting a little big ship. Do 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 will. Do 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 do. Alright, so this one is a Synthocracy medium cannon. That one right there. This one I believe is a missile launcher. No, this is also a Synthocracy medium cannon. So I'll delete that one. Okay, what we got next? What's this one? Synthocracy light cannon turret. Delete that. So we'll do light cannon turret. I believe was right here. This is a Synthocracy light cannon. Delete that. There's also a light cannon. Delete that. Boom. There's still 2 weapon slots on the back. And these are light cannon turret. Okay, so they're both light cannon turrets, so I can get rid of those. Boo wee 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 wee. Ba-da-da-do-do-do-do-do. Boo-dee-doo-woo. Okay. So weapon slots are done. Let's do thrusters. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. 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 See, I think I messed up on this whole sprite because it has a, like a white gray outline all around it. So I'm gonna have to redo that anyway. But today's not the day. There we go. Okay, thrusters are all done. What's this thing? Oh. It's the origin. I had to tweak it so it looks centered. I remember now. So we got all that. Now we'll do the area 2D. I'm going to hide that collision. Make a new collision polygon. Wow, this sprite is trash. I didn't even remove all the white stuff right here. You see this crap? Right there. I didn't even remove the background stuff properly on it. I gotta redo this sprite. I'm gonna have to re-import it for sure. It doesn't help that this one has a ton of like contours to it. If you don't consent death, the illusion that you're free. There we go. That is a complex 47. That's the size of it. Holy cow. All right, so let's deal with our occluders. We're going to hide all of these occluders. I'm going to create a new occluder. Full vector 2 array, just going to paste that in and move it up top. Save. Cool. So I gotta fix that sprite bad. It looks so bad. All right, I just gotta re-enable ship shields, and this one should be good to go. I'll save that. So Synthocracy fighter drone. This one will be easy. It's probably the smallest ship in the game. So we're gonna get rid of the ship shields. Gonna get rid of the Area 2D and the occluders for now. It's only got one baby Synthocracy light cannon. Which is like bigger than the whole damn thing itself. There we go. It's only got one thruster. Tiny little thruster. That's it. And then, so for this, I mean, that's basically fine. All we have to really do, I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to duplicate it. And all we really got to do is just kind of add this here. This should be okay. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to copy this pool vector to array, and then for my light occluders, did it, did it, did it, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Interesting. So what the hell are these then? Okay, I'm not sure why I transposed this polygon. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's just start this again. Add child node, light occluder 2D. Pool vector 2 array. There we go. This one should be done. Hey Morzaki, how are you? Dev is going. It's slow. I'm currently editing a lot of my existing ships because I keep refactoring stuff that isn't broken. But yeah, so fighter drone's done. Now we do Synthocracy shuttle and make some tweaks here. So hide this, hide that, hide the shields too for now. So this only has one weapon. And that is just the Synthocracy light cannon. Doing better. Had a long day at work today, but yeah, this game's never going to get done if I don't work on it, so I figured I'd just throw on a stream, put on some tunes, and maybe that'll help me focus, because I haven't been able to really focus that much lately, because everything is so chaotic. So I'll remove that weapon slot, replace that with just a light cannon. And apparently, must have changed something on here. Z-index, no. I think ship weapons should be moved above the sprite. There we go. Now I can manage this puppy. So we'll mount that right there. I get it, perfectly normal. I noticed you have a community page now. Decided to post a meme because why not? Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Like if I go to community, there was an option that says like, you know, you don't have a community page set up. Do you want to set one up? And I'm like, sure. Sweet. Viewer posts must be a new feature they added. So what's this? Let's see. Real Human 20. Hello, I'm a real human. I enjoy the human hobbies of breathing air and walking with my leg. Amazing. Give that a thumbs up. Nice. Sweet. I didn't even know what that feature was. That's cool. I'll have to see if I can post some more random stuff on there. All right, let's adjust the thrusters to... I'll put those like right here. Bo-da-da-bo. Bo-do-do. There we go. Cool. So now we can work on the collision layer. I'm going to hide the existing one. I'm going to add a new one, just in case this all doesn't work out. I'm going to draw the collision. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum-bum. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let me just add this here. There we go. I'm gonna probably add this here too. Cool, so now we have that collision layer made. I'm gonna copy the pool vector 2 array, go into my occluders. I'm gonna hide the existing ones. I'm going to add a single one. I'm going to go in, add a new occluder polygon. I'm going to paste in that existing pool vector 2 array, which has all the coordinates of all the bounds. Save it. Re-enable the shield. There we go. This one should be done. So that one's done. Ooh. Got to get those posts started. Might as well help out. Yeah, thank you. So let's see, where was I? Synthocracy shuttle's done. Synthocracy transport. Look at this big old beast. Okay, so let's disable the area 2D, disable the shields, and disable the occluders for now. What weapons do we have on this thing? So we got... Okay. So I think we have a mix of beams and cannons. So this is a beam laser. This one is a cannon turret. Also a cannon turret. Cannon turret. And okay, so we got 4 cannon turrets and a beam turret. So let's just delete these slots here. That's the main thing I got to refactor. And then we're going to add, let's see, where is it? Light beam turret. I'm going to put that puppy right there where I had it previously. Dun, 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 dun. Then we have light cannon turrets. Bum, 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 bum. Put that there. Put this one there. Yeah. Sweet. Weapons are done. Save that. Let's adjust our thruster positions to account for the offset that I put in there for... I forgot why. I'm heavily wondering why so many people turned up to the Daggerfall streams. Is the community like locking in and joining streams no matter the person? I'd assume so. It's not a big game in 2025, that's for sure. I'm not sure. It could just be the YouTube algorithm, and if people are watching Daggerfall content, YouTube might recommend a Daggerfall stream and they might tune in to watch. I keep meaning to like go back to it, but I don't know. Life is so hectic and scattered right now, I feel like I can't even commit to anything. So I want to actually finish something. So I want to finish this damn game that I started with my devlog series so boldly named, I make a game start to finish and I never fucking finish it, right? So yeah, there we go. Put that one there, and we'll put this one right there. But yeah, I don't know. The Daggerfall streams were pretty fun. Playing that game was like super nostalgic for me because I remember like watching and listening to my mom play it when I was like really young, and those skeleton sounds still haunt my dreams. And so I'm always like super on edge when I play it because I have this childhood fear of that game. All right, let's do area 2D. Definitely got to clean this up. Let's hide that. Add child node collision polygon. It's a work in progress. It's not finished yet. That's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Bum 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 ba now now now. Kind of a goofy looking collision shape here, but doesn't matter as long as it works, as long as we keep it inside the bounds and it somewhat closely follows the contours of the ship. Should be all we need. There we go. Cool. Daggerfall stream, whatever number, conquering my childhood traumas. Yeah, I still got my Fargoth the Fifth Esquire character. Sometimes I open it up and just think about playing him again. But I was like, I want to save it for the stream, and I never end up streaming, and I just kind of let it fall to the wayside. But hey, whatevs. So let's copy this pool vector 2 array, length 29, not too shab. And then we're going to go to our occluders. We're going to hide the existing ones we have. And then I'm going to add just a single one. And boom, paste that in there. I'm going to move this puppy up. Reshow the shields, save it, and this one should be ready to go too. So cool. Another ship done. So that was the transport. Now we gotta do the Synthocracy flagship. I accidentally deleted the funny message. I'm clumsy as hell. That happens. So Synthocracy flagship. Yeah, here we go. The pride and joy of the Synthocracy fleet. Holy fucking thrusters. That's a lot of thrusters. 15 weapons? Oh my god, no wonder the Synthocracy always keeps winning. Alright. Well, let's get to it. Let's hide the area 2D. I'm gonna hide the shields and the occluders for now. And we gotta figure out what we're rocking for weapons on this pig. This one, Synthocracy, light cannon. Okay, I'm gonna delete that one. I'm gonna add that light cannon under my ship weapons, which is about right here. I'll put that like right there. There, that looks good. And this one is also a Synthocracy light cannon. I'm gonna delete this one. Boom, put that there. Move this to where it's supposed to go, right about here. Perfect. Yeah. All right, so this, what we got here? This is a Synthocracy medium cannon, I believe. Yeah. So we will just delete this one. We will add that medium cannon. And that was right here. This one is a missile launcher. Add that one. Boom, like that. Perfect. This one's also a medium cannon. Put that one right about there. That looks fine. There's also a missile launcher. God, this is a good riff. I love this riff. Put that one there. Muy bueno. And I don't think we have any. Where are all the other weapon slots? I don't know. It's honestly insane that I joined this channel for Paladins. And now I'm here for the devlog, updates, and streams. Yeah. So, funny thing about Paladins, I tried doing a Paladin stream a while ago, but it wasn't working on Linux because Hi-Rez didn't enable the easy anti-cheat flag to allow Linux. And they actually have. So I've been playing this a little bit of Paladins. I remembered why I quit, because people are fucking toxic. Even just like doing my daily, like, you know, 2 Onslaught training games, 2 Siege training games, and then like 2 Total Deathmatch training games or whatever. Even just doing the training games against mindless bots, people get tilted over what I pick. Like, why are you going damage grok? You suck. It's because I like owning these stupid bots that bunch up so I can lightning bolt spam them, right? So, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to play it competitively ever again. I've been trying out Marvel Rivals. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. It's decent so far, but I don't know. It takes so damn long to run that game, I swear to God. So where is this weapon slot for? So this has a light beam laser turret. Where are you? It's not right here, is it? No way it can be. Probably right here. Yeah, it is. There we go. I'm colorblind as shit. I can't see. So this is a light beam laser turret. So let's get rid of this one. We're going to add a light beam turret. This thing has so much fucking firepower. It's insane. Anyone who complains in training is either scared to lose to AI or not worth your time. Either way, they should be embarrassed. True. So this is also a Synthocracy light cannon turret. I'll delete that. This is a light cannon turret. Light cannon turret. Boom. That was about right here. We got one over here. Synthocracy heavy cannon turret. This is the only ship I have the heavy turret on. So where is it? Heavy cannon turret. Dude, this thing's a fucking monster. Look at that thing. Boom. Yeah. Paladins no longer gets updates anymore. In February, all the devs got laid off and fired because Hi-Rez is moving everyone to Smite 2. So Paladins is in server maintenance status right now, but no one is actually working on the game. That's kind of a bummer, to be honest. I played the original Smite for a bit. I thought it was okay, but they're very different games. Why are you taking devs off of Paladins to make Smite 2 when there's so much more potential still there for Paladins? Honestly, if they made a version of Paladins that, you know, has its existing PvP modes, but they also added in PvE modes similar to, like, say, Vermintide or Darktide, they would dominate the fucking market. They would have they would be able to charge money for it and get paid, not have to. And they'd probably also do the in-game shop and microtransactions and all that stuff, and the loot boxes and all that. But That's a bummer about paladins kind of just being put on not even life support, just left to decay, basically. Which kind of makes you wonder what happens when the Stop Killing Games initiative goes up and then they panic and decide to sunset the damn thing because they don't want to make it somewhat playable offline when they sunset it. So I don't know, man. It's rough. It's real rough. But I am glad Stop Killing Games got the required amount of signatures. It's still going. They have until July 31st. So we'll see what happens. It's already making changes though, which is nice. Well, this is a missile launcher here. So missile launcher. Boom. Put that there. Put that back over here. Paladins had a lot of potential, but Hi-Rez ruined it. Most of the devs were novice and the game was never given a chance. A lot of issues. It's true. There were a lot of issues with it. I mean, I think it was written in Unreal Engine 3. They never updated it to 4 or 5, which they didn't need to be honest. But there were so many bugs that have been present in the game for years. Even when I watched like... I forgot who it was. There was a creator who did like the history of Paladins. He was a prominent Paladins creator. And I watched his like hour-long documentary of it. Now I'm curious. I want to look it up. Let's see. So, Paladins documentary. No, not like real-life Paladins. I'm talking about like... Not that one. Not that one. I forgot who made the game. It was a very prominent... Raven Trick, that's it. The Tragic History. Yeah, this is like a 3-hour-long fucking video. And I love this video. And there were still bugs that are present like on release that are still present in the game today. They haven't been able to figure it out. It's nuts. Alright, so that one's done. What we got next? We got here... We have a Synthocracy Light Beam Laser Turret. Okay, so we have Beam Laser Turret. Light Beam Turret. Doo boo doo doo. This one is also a Beam Laser Turret. Get that done. Boom. Perfect. Got that there. And then there's one other one over here. What is this? This is a medium cannon as well. Let's delete that one. Medium cannon. A ba-boom. Put that in here. Watch Death of a Game. It perfectly explains the main issues with Paladins and why its fate was so tragic as a game with so much potential. I'll probably watch that one later. Which one is that one? The Death of a Game Paladins by Nerd Slayer Studios. I'll say that to my watch later. Okay, so let's find these other pesky weapon slots. Honestly, this thing has enough firepower already. What weapon slots do I have? There are 2 turrets back here as well. How many frickin' turrets do you need? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna add in all the turrets. This thing was a beast for a reason. So light cannon turret right there. And this one is also a light cannon turret. So 2 light cannon turrets coming right up now. So light cannon turret. Boom. There we go. All right. Weapon placement done. So now I can work on adjusting all the damn thrusters to have these go where they're supposed to go. Move that there. Move that there. Move that there. Do. Okay, those are done. We got the ones on the sides. All right. There we go. Cool. Thrusters are done. Is this ship what you'd call meta? Pretty much. If you got this ship, you have... the ship is also a carrier, so it deploys fighters. It basically dominates the battlefield. Which is probably why when I go to one of the testing star systems I have, when the Synthocracy and the Coalition fight, it seems like Synthocracy is always winning. It's probably because of this motherfucker right here. I could probably reduce some of the firepower on it, but I'm not going to worry about it. So, is what it is. So this is good to go. Now I have to worry about the collision shape, which is in this iteration super duper basic. I'm going to hide all the weapons so I can see better. I'm going to add collision polygon, and my music stopped. Let's get back into, let's see, let's do this one. Bam. Increase the firepower of the other faction, maybe? Yeah, I still have a few other ships to add for the other faction, so once I get those added in, I'm sure it's going to be more balanced. But then again, the Coalition shouldn't be as powerful as the Synthocracy, so maybe it's as needed. Because Synthocracy has like the better tech, the better ships, more precision, more upgrades, just more everything, right? And then the Coalition is like a rebel group basically that is not as powerful, and they prefer to not rely on AI for everything. That's kind of the storyline I have behind it. When I start implementing the story anyway. So let's do Pool Vector 2 Array. But-up. There we go. Makes sense then. Sweet. Yeah, I got lots of cool ideas for this game, and I'm burnt out of not actually delivering any new features on it. So I'm fixing my current refactor to handle my changes on how I'm doing weapons. I'm no longer using weapon slots. And then I think the engine updated since last I really used it, so it handles the collision shapes a lot better. So I'm gonna also try this as a proof of concept to make sure that, because I was generating these shapes just based on the sprite itself, the image, and it automatically generated it based on just the image. And so it worked in theory, but I want to see how it works in performance, and I would have to update all my ships. So I'm just updating them to do the same kind of method how I used before, and to see if that works. So there we go. Collision shape is done. I'm going to copy this Pool Vector 2 array. I'm going to come over here to the occluders, because I broke these out into individual polygons because it didn't seem to handle one big polygon gracefully before. But I'm not sure if that was just the preview window or the game itself. So this is the test. I'm hiding all these, not deleting them, because in case I have to revert back to how I had it before that was working, I can just come in here, hide the ones that don't work, unhide the ones that did, and I'm back where I started, and we're still good. So that's what I'm doing here. I'll paste in this Vector 2 array, size 32. It's not bad for a size of this ship, or for a ship of this size. Put this up here, save that, re-enable the shields and the weapons. There we go. So this ship should be good to go now. Boom. Cool. So that was the Synthocracy flagship. Synthocracy freighter. This one... this one kind of looks like Serenity from Firefly. That was my inspiration for it. But it just looks kind of derpy. This kind of looks like a turtle or something. So, yeah. Alright, let's see what we got. First things first, let's hide the ship shields, hide the occluders, hide the collision. What weapons do we have? We have 5 turrets on this thing. We have a light cannon turret. Light cannon. I think we just have a bunch of light cannons. Light cannons. I don't think we have any beams. It's all just light cannons. Yeah. Okay, I know where to add these. On these 4 corners and right here above the window. So we delete those. Ship weapons, we are going to add light cannon turret. Put that puppy right there. This one right there. And this one right there. There you go. And then now we get to adjust the thrusters, which is not too big a deal. Perfect. Ooh, boom. Perfect. Cool. That's done. Now, collision shape. This collision shape looked awful in the game. Because imagine you're getting hit by a laser, and the laser beam stops at the point where it collides, and so you're taking damage, and your laser point is right there, not even touching your ship at all. It looks stupid. So we're gonna do a more precise shape. Polygon 2D. All right, let's see if I can handle it. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo. There we go. Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. This is still one of my favorite songs I ever made. It's also the first video I ever made in this channel. There we go. Why is that not filling in like it did? Is it too complex? It's 45. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna reopen it. Because normally it fills in with like the sub polygons. No, why? Oh, it did. I'm just colorblind. Well, actually, no, I'm not. It's behind the sprite. That's what the problem is. There we go. I'm colorblind and it was behind the sprite, so that's fine. Okay, I wonder if we can reduce a polygon here. There we go. That's fine. Okay, cool. There we go. That works. So now I'm going to copy this pool vector 2 array. And then we're going to go to our light occluders. We're going to hide all of these individually. Add another light occluder 2D. New occluder polygon. Pool vector 2 array. Paste. Put it up towards top. Enable ship shields. This one should be done. I was going to ask if you had it on a separate layer. Apparently I did. There we go. Save. Cool. Synthocracy Frigate. The backbone of the Synthocracy army. In theory. So this is like the first warship, I guess you could say. The non-fighter warship. So let's see. Let's hide the area 2D. The shields and the occluders. What weapons do we got? We got 5 weapons. This is a light cannon over here. A medium cannon right here. A missile launcher there. Light cannon there. Light cannon turret. Okay. I got it. Let's knock this out real quick. So, light cannon. Heavy. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Put that there. Ta-da. Put that right there. And then we had a medium cannon, which was like right about here. Then we had a missile launcher, which was right about here. And then we had a turret, light cannon turret, which was right about there. Perfect. Weapons are done. Let's adjust the thrusters. Cool. Your own music for streaming is so cool, right? I haven't made a song in a while though. But yeah, I do have a few tracks that I just took the instrumentals off of. And I don't think I really have much else. I do have Peach's piano. Can add that to my instrumentals. Did it do it? Yeah, okay, I copied it. Okay, interesting. And then let's see. So we got a bunch of sound clips from the third Xenos song I was working on. Let's see. Got my outro, intro, some alerts, which I don't think I ever even used. So that's fine. Are you on Linux? Yes, I am. Linux Mint. Awesome. I've been using it for a while now. Let's see how long I have been using it for. Let's go to my content. Then I want to search for Linux. So yeah, March 27th, 2024 is when I switched to Linux. And I haven't looked back. So it's been well over a year. It's awesome. You told me you are like 10x now. Nice. There we go. Cool. So let's see. Can I add something to my playlist here? Does this work how I want it to? If I go to Peach's piano, can I add that there? I can. Look at that. Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh wait, that's not my actual song. That's just the piano backing track. I can't take that. Where's my actual Peaches, like, track, though? Peaches, 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 peaches. Doo-doo. Oh, well. Doo-doo. Maidenless. Doo-doo. Yeah, I love this riff. It's so heavy. Anyway, back to what I was doing. The game development. So I did thrusters, weapons. Awesome. Now I need to do the area 2D. So this shape is not bad. I'm gonna make a new one. Do 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 boo do 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 boo boo do 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 do. There we go. Want to do this a little bit. There we go. I'm happy with that. That looks good. Copy the pool vector 2 array. Go to my occluders, show them, hide them one by one. Create a new one to replace them. New occluder polygon 2D. Paste in that vector 2 array, which specifies the bounds of it. Move it. Good to go. Enable the shields and the weapons again. Save it. This is ready to go. Did another community post. Let's take a look. Let's see. Viewer posts. Okay, let's see what we got here. That's the first one, I think, right? Yep. Viewer post. My parents are taking the news of my career change well. A hand model for bourbon? Are you insane? It's $100K a year. I would like to apologize for my earlier comments. Holy shit. How do you become a hand model? Like, you just gotta be just like, is this what you gotta do? I mean, I can do that. Pay me $100K, baby. I guess you have to have attractive hands, and maybe mine aren't so camera worthy, I guess. That's awesome. Cool. Nice. All right, let's see. So this ship, I believe, is done. Boom, got that done. What's next? Syntocracy, Heavy Fighter. We only got a few more ships to go. And then I can test my game to see if it runs. Heavy Fighter, this little thing is a killer, man. Let's hide that, hide that. Hide the occluders. So what do we got for weapons? I think we have a light cannon. I think we have light beams on the inside. Light beam laser. Stop that, damn you. Light beam laser, and then this one. Stop it. Just give me the freaking weapon slot. Stop being a smartass, thank you. So light cannons on the outside, light beams in the middle. Got it. So let's delete these slots because we no longer need to use them. And we're going to add light cannons on the outside. Our ship weapon should appear above our sprite. So I'll put this like right here. I'm going to add another light cannon. So heavy. This riff is awesome. One of my favorite riffs I've ever made. I can't believe I made it. Nice. Cool. Whatever model, 100K is 100K. I mean, I'm just thinking that scene from Step Brothers where like Will Ferrell's all like, you know, in the hospital or whatever, and everyone's visiting his bedside table, and then John C. Reilly is like, I just want you to know, man, I did a whole spread for Playgirl magazine, and I mean a whole spread, man. I mean, I pulled my butt apart and everything, like it was weird. But I did it under the name Mike Honcho. I just want you to know I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho. Trying to make Will Ferrell laugh. Oh my god. What an absolutely enthralling image. Jesus. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Weapons, thrusters, done. So now let's do our collision shape. Hide this one. We're going to create a new one. And I'm going to hide the weapons, actually, so I can better see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. This is one of the first songs I ever made. So good. Copy the pool vector to array. Go my occluders. Hide the existing ones. Add a new one. Occluder polygon 2D. Paste it. Perfect. Awesome. Re-enable shields and weapons. Ship is done. Perfect. So that was the heavy fighter. Now we have the heavy freighter. It's a chunkier turtle. Hide that. Hide the shields, hide the occluders. So what weapons do we have? We have 8 weapons. Let's see, what do we got here? This is a light beam. Light beam. Light cannon. Okay, I got it. Do 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 do. Yep. So we have light cannons and light beams. Boom. All right. So light cannon turret. Whew, 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 whew. There we go. Right there. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This goes back here. Goes right there. This goes right there. Then we got to add the 2 beam turrets. So light beam turret. Put that one like right there. I'll put a light beam turret right about there. There we go. That's all the weapons. Sweet. Done. So now we can reposition the thrusters. Did I not add any front thrusters? Weird. Why did I not add front thrusters? Do, 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 do. Whatever. I'm sure I had my reasons. So I'm going to worry about them. Let's just put all these ones. Do do do. Do 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 do. Sweet. Okay, now we can do the collision shape. Yeah, we can make that better. Add child node, collision polygon. This is a pretty rough sprite too. I'm gonna have to redo this one, I think. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do do. Do 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 the morning. Do 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 do. Nice, hit the harmonic. That was a lucky hit. Almost done with this collision shape. Not gonna worry about that little spiky thing on the end there. That's just flavor. There we go. NASA is losing almost a fourth of their government funding. I know that's very random, but damn. That's kind of a bummer. How are we supposed to make this game a reality if we can't even get into space? You know what I'm saying? But hey, don't worry. We have Space Force now. It's a legitimate branch. It's just, it seems so weird. Things have changed a lot since I got out of the military, I tell you that. Oh, and it changed a lot from even when I was in, from the perspective of those before. But hey, whatever. All right. So we need to copy this pool vector 2 array, size 43. That's pretty bulky. Gonna unhide our occluders. We're gonna hide them individually, because that way they don't do anything. And then I'm gonna add just a single one, light occluder 2D, new occluder polygon 2D, pool vector 2 array, paste. Move up towards the top. Bam, that should be good to go. Weapons are done. Polygons are done. Thrusters are done. Ship shields are hidden or unhidden. Everything should be good to go. Heavy freighters done. Cool. So let's go to do. Oh yeah. Do do boom do 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 do. Havana unana. Do 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 better put it with it whip it will. I don't know why this song is one of my guilty pleasures. It's just stuck in my head. Biggest cut in NASA history, from 24.9 billion to 18.8 billion. I mean, when you get numbers that high, they just stop making sense. Man. Just imagine having $24.9 billion, man. It'd be great. Just put that in a savings account for like a month and just watch it grow to like an extra million, and then you could just live off that. It'd be amazing. That'd be awesome. All right. So I think this one is done, right? Did I say it was done? I got distracted. Thrusters done. Weapons are done. Shapes are there. Yeah. This one's done. So now we can do the heavy frigate, which is another heavy-ass warship. I feel like you love this composer named Shiro Sagisu. He has some very, very good riffs, my most favorites. Shiro Sagisu. Let's check that out. I'm going to pause this for right meow. pause. Let's go to Shiro Sagisu. Do, 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 do. That one's probably not him, but hey, that's cool. Let's see what he's got. He's a topic. It's got albums. 27 songs. I just want to see a single song. I don't want a whole album. Come on now. End of Evangelion. Evangelion Infinity. I can't really give you a song because he's multi-genre. Okay. Sweet. What you can see in their eyes. What you can see in their eyes. Check it out. All right, we're gonna rock out to this while we do another ship. Oh yeah, copyright, be careful. I don't make any money off these streams anyway, man. It's all good. No, don't want to do that. All right. You're right. Copyright. We should be careful. I will check this out later though. So let me go back to just keep playing. There we go. And check out the second one after 2. Okay, I will. Woo woo. All right. So I need to stop moving my damn ship around. Move my ship thrusters. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. I'm skipping. I was doing, no, stop doing that, you bastage. That one there. I do weapons first and then thrusters, and I'm going out of order because I'm mixing it up. Which will probably lead to some bugs or something. Anyway. So weapon slots. What do we got here? What's this one? Medium cannon. Can do. Let's delete that bad boy. Let's add that medium cannon to my ship weapons. There we go. I think if you play small segment of songs, it's fine for like 10 to 15 seconds. So if you just play that part, it'll make sense what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's play just that one part. So you said the second one? Check out the second one. I wonder if it shows up. Version second. Okay. That's definitely awesome stuff to play. I'll definitely be checking that out later. Hell yeah. Okay, so we did a medium cannon. This one is also a medium cannon. Delete that. God, it's already 10? After 10? Whatever. So medium cannon, ship weapons. Put that one right there. So this one is a heavy... Oh, so I do have another ship that has the heavy turret on it. I'm going to delete that one. Put that one right there. That's a big-ass gun. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? This is a missile launcher. Check. Let's see. Missile launcher. Drag it up to ship weapons. Put that one right about there. Another medium cannon. You got it. This one. Also missile launcher. This one is a medium cannon as well. Illusion that you're afraid. Let's see. This is a light cannon turret. Check. That one's like right about here somewhere. This one is a light cannon turret as well. Picking hours of strive. I'll put that one right there. Alright, we got that. I think that's all the weapon slots this thing had. So weapons are done. Thrusters are done. Time to do the Area 2D. Could definitely make this better. Ugh. If you have Spotify, he has 2 TYBW albums that have multiple riff orchestral mixtures. The last one was from the second TYBE album. Amazing stuff. My most favorite artist, that man, he's 67. Damn, he's killing it. Yeah, I'll probably check out the second album. That one sounds like much more up my alley. Do 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 do. Something I like along similar sort of veins is I like some of the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack. Like playing through that game made me a better person. And I really mean that. And some of the Shadowbringers soundtracks, like when I hear that main Shadowbringer theme come on, it still sometimes just makes my eyes well up. There we go. Boom. So this can go right across. There we go. The first song isn't part of the TYBW albums. The first TYBW album has a lot of guitar-based tracks. Some are just pure guitar. So I suggest not missing out on either. I glaze his music. Cool, man. Well, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Get to copy this pool vector 2 array. For light occluders, we're going to hide all the individual ones I did, because this, in theory, should be more doable. Da-da. And we're going to do pool vector 2 array. Pasty. Copy pasta. There we go. Save. Ship shields. Turn weapons back on. There we go. That ship should be done. Awesome. So let's see. How much we got left? We have a light fighter and a luxury shuttle. Those should be quick. Then I can finally test my damn game to see if it'll even work now. Alright, so let's do area 2D, hide the shield, hide the occluders. Let's just put the thrusters where they're supposed to go first. I gotta redo a lot of these sprites because I didn't cut out the backgrounds properly. So there's still like a faded alpha outline around some of these that doesn't look that good. Not exactly enthused about, but what are you gonna do? So weapon slots, we have a light cannon, and I think these are light cannons. Light cannon. Light cannon. Yeah, so they're both light cannons. So we can just delete these two bad boys. We're gonna add the light cannon under ship weapons. Put one like right about there. Then we're gonna add another light cannon. Put that one like right about there. And look at that, light fighter is almost done. I need to go to sleep, man. I'll talk to you later whenever I see you around. Good night. Hope everything works. I'll check back in if your stream doesn't get taken down from the music. Check back in to see if it all worked. Anyways, good night. Good night. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good sleep. I'll be heading to bed probably within the next 30 minutes myself once I finish this fun process here. Alright, so weapons done, thrusters done, collision polygon 2D. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. There we go. Full vector 2 array. We're going to copy that. Light occluders, we're going to unhide. We're going to hide them all individually. Then we're going to add light occluder 2D, create a new occluder polygon 2D. We're going to paste in that pool vector 2 array. Move it up. Re-enable the shields. This ship should be done. Sweet. Close that. And then the last one I gotta fix, the luxury shuttle, the fastest ship in the game, I think. So, let's see. Let's hide the shields, the occluders, and the area 2D. As far as weapons, this just has 2 light cannons, if I remember right. Yeah, 2 light cannons. So we will delete those, and we will put the light cannons on since there's no weapon slots anymore. Put that there. Ship weapons needs to be above the sprite. Okay, weapons are done. Let's adjust the thrusters to be where they should be. Perfect. Cool. So that's done. Now we got to do area 2D, so we can make a better collision shape than that. Let's do add child node, collision polygon. Bon. There we go. Now it's turning out okay. Do 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 do. A little bit there. There we go. Almost done with this one. Okay. Area 2D should also be above the sprite. That way I could see it. Okay. So it's pool vector 2 array, a size 33. We're going to copy that. For our light occluders, we're going to unhide them and then individually hide them, because I need my light occluders to be visible. I'm just going to replace them all with just one. And then I'm going to create new occluder polygon. I'm going to paste in that vector 2 array for my collision shape. Move it up top. Re-enable the ship shields, and this one should be done. I think that's all I had to do. Let's see if the game runs. So let me pause this real quick. Blum, blum, blum. Okay, let's run it. See what happens. Yeah! Dun, 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 dun. So I'm just gonna do a new game. Nope. Failed. So upgrades. I gotta add the upgrades to all of the ships as well. So I just need to have a node 2D that is named upgrades, where I can store the upgrades. That's all I need. So let's go back through our ships. Coalition Arrowhead. Add child node. We're just gonna do a node 2D. We're gonna name it upgrades. That's all we gotta do. And I'm going to save that, because this is where the upgrades are going to be held. I don't have them created right now, but that's where my code is expecting them. So it's basically trying to get the children of a non-existent node, which is why it is crashing. So I have to go through all my ships, add child node, node 2D, rename it to upgrades. Let me just make sure that's what I have to do. So yeah, it's named upgrades. That's what I'm calling it there. So that's fine. The 2D, added the upgrades. I can close that. I can close that. Firewall. Let's go put on my tunes again. There we go. So upgrades, I just need to add child node, node 2D. Name it upgrades. Save, close, freighter. I could probably duplicate this and then just copy and paste on each scene, but I don't know if that is a good thing, copying between. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to do it normally. So I'm going to rename this thing. Upgrades, save. This one's good to go. Small freighter. Add child node, node 2D. Upgrades. There we go. Save. Bum, ba, bum, 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 out. Definitely want to get this stuff ironed out before I start making more ships, because holy crap. Dun, dun, dun. Add child node, node 2D. Upgrades. Save. At least this is quicker. Do-do-do-woo-woo-woo. Upgrade, save, close. Ship template, I normally don't mess with, but I will add it for this anyway. Upgrades. That way it's there for when I have to use this for other templates, you know? We close this one. Drone carrier. And node 2D, we're gonna name it upgrades. Save. Ba-ba-da. 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 Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Save. Do, 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 do. Save. Upgrade, save. Almost done. Cool. Child no 2D. Upgrade, save. Better-da-da-da-da-do. Upgrades done. 3 more to go. One more to go. Last one. Come on. This test sprite ship can actually go away. Alright. So that should work now. Pause this. And let's run the game. Yeah. Okay, get our tags. So tags are not being set. Why are tags not being set? Invalid get index of type string on base dictionary. Man, I love the soundtrack for this game. I did a good job with that. Not to pat myself on the back or anything. Alright, let's dig into why this isn't working. So, debugger 10, errors. Well, that's fine. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So description, where is this? So I believe on all of my scenes should be set. Oh, I fucked up. That's why they were exported. I changed a lot of these variables to no longer be exported, and it wiped out the values for them. So that's why that no longer works. So let's see. Let's take a look at our ship's list here. We have the scene path. So I think that whenever I spawn the ship, I should be able to just get the name of it and set that as the description. Oh no, wait, description's different. Interesting. What the hell was I thinking? The ship is selected. But that's not true, because that's not how I'm using it. I'm using it as like var ship name string. Because that's how I'm... Because description's something else, but I think... So where else am I using this in this code? Right there. So I think we're going to rename this to just... Oops. I'm going to replace this with just ship name, because that's actually what it is. Ship name. I'm going to get rid of the description, because that's not what it is at all. That's not how I'm using it. It's the ship name. And then for my main code, when I'm spawning ships, I have to make it handle that. So spawn ships, let's see. The spawn ship. So we already have the ship path. We need to know more stuff. So spawn ship. So we're also going to put in the ship data name as well. So I'm going to pass that in as well. So we're going to do ship data name. Pass that in. I have to adjust my internal function to account for that. Ship name of type string. And then what we're going to do is before we add the ship to the scene, we are going to before we add it to the scene, let's set some variables. So now that we have the ship name, I mean, why am I not just passing in the ship data? That's basically what I'm going to use it for. No. Okay. I'm just going to change this to do ship data, which is going to be a dictionary. Save that. Ship data of type dictionary. So if we look at our ships, it's basically one of this is the actual ship data. So like this is the dictionary that's going to be passed. So we have the name, we have the scene path. So name and scene path is primarily what we need, but we also need to add in the tags as well. So let's just focus on adding the, so ship data, I think it was what, scene path is what it was? Scene path. Scene path. And we're instancing it. So then we are going to set the ship.ship name equals ship data.name. That is what is in the dictionary. Okay. And then that should solve that issue. Is there any other breaking changes I made because of that? Let's fire it up and try. Okay, here we go. Ring on base dictionary. Tags. So why is it being such a pain? Invalid get index of type string on base dictionary. Tags equals ships.list, the ship name, plus the tags. So that should be this. That should be what I'm grabbing. But evidently that's not the case. So what is going on? If not display mode, we're getting our tags. So what if instead of doing this, if I just set the damn tags when I spawn a ship? So ship.tags equals ship data.tags. Save. Let's try to run that. Ah, I see. We got to find out where else I was using this. 7 matches. Fine, that's fine. Okay, so just here, this needs to be s.shipName. Okay, game is running again. Holy cow. I've missed you, game. Yeah, you better run, coward. Okay, let's see how the light occlusion looks. So you can see here, like, we're casting a little bit of a shadow. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go over here so we can see. There we go. Yeah, it's casting shadows really good, even like in those little nook and crannies. Cool. So now, let's see. How can I get? Let's do profiler. I want to be capturing this, so I want to take a look at some values here. So let's drag this up. There are 1,600 objects in the game already. That seems a bit much. So I've got the data there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this combat test system over here. And we're going to jump over there. That's a bit loud, isn't it? Ah, okay. So now I gotta fix this weapon slot save data because there is not gonna be any more weapon slots because I just factored that out. Evidently not fully. So this should be saved. So weapons. Let's take a look at weapons. Oh, weapon. It's ship weapons. So we have get weapons, save data. That's what we need to do. So on our ship, we can change this to weapon save data. And then we're going to do weapons dot get weapons save data. Get weapons save data. There we go. And then we're going to change this to weapons save data. I'm breaking the existing save here. And then in my util, I need to adjust the load. Actually, no, I don't, because it's already there. Load player save. Parsing it out. Return the player file data. So I think in main is where I'm using that. So whenever I set up space scene, I'm getting the player save data. I'm doing that. And then I need to adjust this here. Weapons save data. Then weapons has an overwrite weapons functionality. So this can just be overwrite weapons. This can just be weapons save data. And that should work. So we'll do new. We start out with a brand new ship. Life is good. Let's go over here to our debugger again. I want to go to our monitor. I'll drag this up. All right. So now I want to go down to our combat test system. Still not far enough away from the thing yet. So invalid get index description on base dictionary. So I need the description. So when I'm saving, so this is ship weapons. Overwrite weapons, get weapons, save data. In weapons, save data, weapon name. So it's not going to be that, it's going to be weapon name. Save. That should solve that one. All right, and I'm going to go blast over somewhere so I can get out of here. And then I'm going to do my debugger, go back to my monitors, drag this back up again, just so I can track how the performance is if I can make it to the other system. All right, and we should be far enough away. No. Invalid get Synthocracy light cannon on base node weapons.dgd. So my list of weapons. So it's not able to find Synthocracy light cannon on here. Why? Weapon load, weapons, weapon.weapon name, path. So when I'm saving my stuff here, where was it? Where was that save function? Okay, so I'm just saving the position and then the weapon name, which is the description of it. And then for weapon and weapon save data, so this is the weapon that this is this object that we get from this dict. This is this dictionary. We are calling our weapons auto load, which is this list of weapons that we have. Doing weapon.weapon name, which is what I'm saving it as. Weapon description. I might have overwrote those two. So for example, if I go back to my weapons here and I go back to say light cannon. Okay, I do have the description populated, so I didn't mess with that. So that should be fine. Close these, I'm done with these. Script. Ship weapons, what is going on? I'm so close. Weapon description. We're overriding weapons with the weapons save data. We're getting the values from here. So let's check the weapons. We do have a path, which is doing that. It's also specifying colors, which is nice. Add it as a child. Setting the position. So why are we not able to get invalid get index synthocracy? So I wonder if I have a naming collision. I have weapons, that's fine. RW of type weapon. equals. Let's just make this a basic node 2D, because that's what they are. And see if that makes any difference. I don't think it will. So we're overriding any old save that's there. Saving seems to be working. It's the loading that's the problem. So when I go over here... Can't do it yet. Come on. Options. Let's crank down the volume. We're at 30%. Holy cow, that's really loud. I have my audio turned down too. Damn. All right. There we go. Come on, work. It's not going to work, but I want it to work anyway. Invalid get index. Synthocracy light cannon on base node weapons.gd. Oh, I'm an idiot. It needs to be weapons.list. That's what it needs to be. So weapons.list. Save. There we go. Now it's going to work. All right, let's go back to debugger. Bring up our monitors again. Overwrite save. Let's go ahead and roll out. Sweet. All right. Let's go ahead and go here. Come on. How far out do I gotta be, man? Come on. There we go. All right. Now we can test what I actually wanted to test. The combat system. I want to see if doing those more precise collision and light occlusion stuff has a cost. Okay, these guys are fighting it out. There you go. Yeah, get some. All right, I'm going to turn the sound down a bit more. There we go. Back to game. Resume. Okay, so far, it seems to only be using about 38 megabytes of memory, which is not much. Video memory is only 34 megabytes. Audio output latency is a few milliseconds, 51 milliseconds. We're at 120 FPS. Oh, wow. That is cool, man. Glad I got my game working again. Hell yeah. So the floating damage numbers. This one's just kind of hang out. I have to work on that some more, I think. So we're still doing really good. Like so far, the max memory so far has been like combined maybe 70 megabytes of memory, which is like nothing. There's 2,800 and some odd objects on here, and that just keeps going up. I'm flying through the sun. Okay, so Coalition has taken an early lead. Synthocracy is just not really able to stop it. That's a lot of freaking bullets, man. Hey, you better run, coward. Cool. So video memory is only like 36 megabytes. That's like nothing. So far, the biggest thing is the audio output latency. I think that's the most demanding task on here so far, which is great. Ah, what are we chasing? this guy, apparently. I don't know who he was chasing, but yeah. Anyway, we're still at 120 FPS. Oh, we're going down. Now we're 108. Okay, so we are starting to have a bit of performance dip on here. Boom. Get wrecked, idiots. Dude, this Coalition fleet here is brutal. Just ships everywhere. Ah! Oh, who are you attacking? Some fighter? Okay. Got some laser beams going on. So the beams are no longer colored because that was determined by the weapon slot, and I removed the weapon slot. So I had to figure out some new thing for that. But yeah, it looks like we are back in action. Where are we going? Who are we chasing? Who the hell is over here? Oh, see, there's a bug I have to fix that when a ship gets disabled while boosting, they just like drift endlessly. So that ship actually recharged its shield, even though it was disabled. So I still have to flesh out the disabled mechanic as well. This is fun. All right, let's keep rocking here. We got a Synthocracy destroyer that just got owned, or a frigate rather. Dude, we have so many Coalition ships on here. This is nuts. There's another frigate. It just got owned. Where are we going now, boys? Jeez. We're still by the sun. All right. So there is a destroyer. Very cool. All right. Very awesome. Yeah. So yeah, okay, it's working. Now we're at 90 FPS. We have 4,700 objects on the screen. We're still only taking up about 70 megabytes of memory. Which I feel like that's not accurate because it hasn't changed. Video memory is 36. Collision pairs, that's another interesting thing. All right, so this ship's gonna die so quick. All right, so it works. I have the game working back to how it was before I did this massive refactor on a lot of crap. I still have to fix a few things. So now it's time, because it's 11 o'clock at night here, I'm going to tidy up everything I did. So, since last episode of my devlog, I refactored my ships to account for removal of the weapon slot concept. What did I specifically do for that? So, for every scene, ship scene, I did the following. So this will be useful for when I do my devlog video. When I go in the code review section, I can just show people just what I did specifically, as opposed to having to watch like a 3-hour long stream of nothing. Oh man. I need to make some dinner too. Swap over laundry. So I removed the weapon slot nodes from the weapons, from the ship weapons node, and replaced them with actual weapons. And then left and changes from modder ship creator. Here we go. I did that. I adjusted the thruster positions since I changed the origin. And then I hid the old collision and occluder shapes and remade them to be more exact. So it seems like game performance is not really affected by that so far, which is a huge plus, which is nice. So then I can get rid of this basically. So then, there we go. So I did that. I had to fix some mist bugs from mist bugs of things I found during testing. So what specifically did I fix? Player save data, specifically weapon save data. Still had some weapon slot trash in there. And then loading player save data. Had some old weapon slot stuff there, and also some odd variable names that I corrected. Let's see. What else did I do? Let's see. Let's open this up in my file manager, and then I'm going to open this up in my terminal. I'm going to do a git status, and this might help remind me of the stuff I did. So we made changes to main. So for example, if I want to know what I did, I can do git diff, and I can do main.gd. So you can see things in red are stuff I removed, things in... Oh, I also changed the spawn ship logic. That's right. Change the spawn ship logic. Yeah. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Fix the spawn ship logic to handle missing tags. And I think that's all the important stuff I really did. So I'm going to save this. And then where I left off is I needed to... what was I going to do? It was something that I could do. Oh, yeah. I wanted to adjust the AI combat range. And what variable is that in my ship? So that is going to be the... I believe it's just attack range. Where did I put that? Okay, if I go to my AI logic, into my state, and I determine that if we have a close enemy, how do I determine if we're close enough range to actually attack it? So, we have a new closest enemy. If we do have a target, getting the target position, distance 2, so this attack range variable, which is right here. So it's defaulting to 300, and I'm not setting that anywhere. So what I want to do is when I update my ship weapons, I want to take the weapon that has the longest range, and I want that to be my new attack range. So I need to do that. Let's see. I wanted to adjust the attack range variable on the ship to be the length of the, to be the range of the furthest, or I guess greatest range of any of my weapons. And that's what I want to do next. That's a new tweak that would make the combat a little more better, because it seems kind of weird to have the ships be like right here before they start attacking, which is kind of silly. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna save the project. I'm gonna close down Godot, and then I'm going to do another git status. These are all the changes I made. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add all of them. Git status again. You can see they're all staged. So now I'm gonna commit them to my branch. Git commit refactored ships and stuff. Shelved modder creator tool. Game is now playable again. And I'm going to do a git push origin. And since I'm in the main branch, because I'm the only person working on this project, I don't feel too bad about pushing to main. I should be doing different branches and stuff, but if I work with other developers, sure. But for now, if it's just me, I'm fine pushing to main because I'll just fix whatever issues arise from it anyway. So I'm going to push origin main. And you can see, bam, we do that. We pushed it. Perfect. So now, if we go back to my GitHub here, you can see we just pushed it. So now my code is up to date on GitHub. So in case my computer dies again, which it did like 2 weeks ago, I don't lose all my project, which is nice. Anyway. Oh my God. Thank you for watching and stopping by and chatting. Oh, and I'll probably have a new devlog out soon once I add some more features. But for now, I'm going to go make some food. I'm going to swap over laundry and get to bed. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Good stream. Got stuff done. Got to chat with some homies. Good stuff. Anyway, stop streaming. Later.